Training your dog to stop jumping up on people is an important part of responsible dog ownership. Dogs jump up for a variety of reasons, including excitement, seeking attention, or because they're trying to reach our face to greet us. While this behavior might be cute when they're puppies, it can become problematic as they grow older, especially if they're a larger breed. Fortunately, with consistency, patience, and positive reinforcement, you can teach your dog to keep all four paws on the ground when greeting people. Understanding why your dog jumps up in the first place is crucial to addressing the behavior effectively. Dogs are social animals, and jumping up is a natural behavior that puppies learn while interacting with their littermates and mother. When a puppy wants attention, they jump up to make themselves more noticeable. This behavior is often reinforced unintentionally by humans when we pet, talk to, or otherwise engage with a dog that's jumping up. To start addressing the jumping behavior, it's essential to be consistent with your responses. If you decide that you don't want your dog to jump on people, then you need to stick to this rule at all times. Allowing your dog to jump up sometimes but not others will confuse them and make the training process much more difficult. One of the most effective ways to discourage jumping is to ignore the behavior completely. When your dog jumps up on you, turn your back to them and avoid giving them any attention. Don't talk to them, don't pet them, and don't make eye contact. Wait until all four paws are back on the ground before you interact with them. If they jump up again when you turn back around, repeat the process. You can also use commands such as sit or down to help control the behavior. If your dog knows these commands well, you can ask them to sit or lay down when they approach you, preventing them from jumping up in the first place. Reward them with treats and praise when they comply to reinforce the positive behavior. In addition to ignoring the jumping and using commands, you can also redirect your dog's behavior by teaching them an alternative greeting behavior. For example, you can teach them to touch their nose to your hand instead of jumping up. Start by presenting your hand at their nose level and rewarding them when they touch it with their nose. Practice this behavior regularly and start using it as a greeting when you or others come home. Socialization is another crucial aspect of preventing jumping behavior. Expose your dog to a variety of people, places, and situations to help them learn how to behave appropriately in different settings. Arrange controlled meet and greet sessions with calm, dog-savvy people who can help reinforce your training. If your dog tends to jump up when they're excited, work on managing their excitement levels. Practice calm greetings and avoid getting them riled up before you've had a chance to practice your training. You can also provide them with an appropriate outlet for their energy, such as a stuffed toy or a chew, to help them calm down before greeting people. Using positive reinforcement is key to successful training. Reward your dog for keeping all four paws on the ground and for complying with commands. Use treats, praise, and toys to reinforce the behavior you want to see. Be patient and consistent, and remember that training takes time. If you're struggling to manage your dog's jumping behavior on your own, don't hesitate to seek the help of a professional trainer. A trainer can provide you with additional tips and guidance, and they can also help you address any underlying issues that might be contributing to the behavior. Remember that training your dog not to jump up on people is not only about teaching them manners but also about keeping both your dog and others safe. A jumping dog can accidentally knock over a child or an elderly person, leading to injuries. By teaching your dog to greet people politely, you're ensuring that interactions remain positive and safe for everyone involved. As you work on training your dog, be aware of your own body language and energy. Dogs are very perceptive and can pick up on our emotions and reactions. If you're feeling frustrated or impatient, take a break and return to training when you're feeling calm and positive. In addition to training, managing your dog's environment can also help prevent jumping. If your dog tends to jump on visitors when they enter your home, consider using a baby gate or a leash to manage their access to people until they've calmed down. Once they're calm, you can allow them to greet people appropriately. It's also important to educate visitors and other people who interact with your dog about how to respond to jumping. Ask them to turn their back and ignore the dog until they've calmed down, and explain that this is part of their training. Consistency from everyone who interacts with your dog will help reinforce the training and prevent confusion. Over time, with consistent training and positive reinforcement, your dog will learn that keeping all four paws on the ground is the best way to get attention and interact with people. Remember to be patient, stay consistent, and celebrate your dog's progress along the way. Finally, remember that every dog is different, and what works for one dog might not work for another. Be prepared to try different techniques and find what works best for you and your dog. With time, patience, and consistent training, you can teach your dog to greet people politely and keep those paws on the ground.